Well, hello there. How are you? It is so good to see you. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing your daily tarot reading. This is good for Thursday, April 11th. We'll take a look at the overall energy for today and then go to the tarot to see if there's any obstacles on your path or how you can navigate around those in order to manifest what your heart truly desires. Okay, so let's see what we have on the horizon for today. Intuition. Wow. Okay, so it says each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. Okay, now I'm going to say that this energy of listening to our intuition has been coming out really strong lately. And then what do we have? Flamingo spirit, embrace the in-between. Yes. There's this energy here of, you're leaving some old mindset, some old chapter, old relationship, old situation in your life, right? It's over, but the new has not yet begun. That is the flamingo spirit. And I feel like for some of you, it's a little bit of this energy of feeling like, is it ever going to happen? Is the new, like I feel like, yes, I've closed that out. I've left that relationship behind. I've left that job behind. I've left that mindset behind. But the new hasn't yet shown up. And that is when we're in the void. And that can be so difficult to navigate because it's kind of like, okay, yeah, because I feel like you're in this energy of, okay, it wasn't for me. I allowed myself to leave it, but the new hasn't come in. And we're going to talk about what's coming on. We are in a Mercury retrograde. We are still in the shadow of that solar eclipse and will be for the next couple of weeks. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. You have the thinker, right? And you have the Queen of Pentacles on the bottom. I feel like the Queen of Pentacles is a lovely energy of taking good care of yourself, physically, mentally, emotionally, nurturing yourself, nurturing the people you love, right? But also building financial stability for yourself. It's home and hearth. It's taking good care of yourself. And you have the thinker here, right? So it's the energy of having a strategy, right? Having a plan about how to, further along your Queen of Pentacles. How do I get to the energy of being the Queen of Pentacles, right? What do I still have to kind of like embrace the energy of what do I need to embrace? But the thing is that I feel like your strategy is, it's almost kind of like, you're focused on perhaps where you want to go. You may not have complete clarity about where you want to go, but you're staying focused. You want to move forward, but the new is not coming in. So you could be working really hard, right? You could be putting a lot of time and energy into your career, your work, a business that you want to start, right? Your family, it taking better care of yourself. And yet at the same time, you still have not yet seen the rewards, the fruits of your labor. So you're sitting in this energy, asking yourself, is this the right path for me? And here it is. You have not for you and the burden. This is your present energy. It's almost like the things that you have allowed yourself to let go of have almost become a burden to you. And I think it's in mentally, right? Because we have the thinker card. So it's kind of like you may have left a relationship or a situation, but now the new hasn't come in. And so it's almost like what you left is now almost kind of like a burden, if nothing else, mentally. Because it's kind of like, okay, I left that job, but the new job hasn't come in yet. Right? I left that relationship, but a new relationship hasn't come in yet. I left those unhealthy habits, right? But I still haven't lost any weight or feel that much better, right? It's the energy of, okay, I'm putting time and energy. I'm trying to stick to my plan. And I feel like you really are. It's kind of like, I'm trying to stick to my plan, but the new isn't coming in yet. Yeah. And it's causing you. Yeah, we have the Ten of Swords. I think you've ended something that was difficult, right? And you have the Ten of Swords and the Eight of Swords. So this ending has kind of put you in this energy, because not only was it a difficult ending, and I feel like this is a relationship or perhaps a situation, a career or a job or a business. It's kind of like something has ended, and I feel like you've done some of the healing. We have Archangel Michael here, right? So coming in, trying to help you to complete the healing. But it's almost like putting you in this energy of self-doubt that some decision that you made in the past was the right decision, right? Because the new hasn't come in, and it's like kicking up all your fears, because it's like, okay, I can't see the way forward. I'm just kind of like sitting here in this bathtub, floating in this emotional. I feel like it's very emotional for you right now. And because it's kind of like I had a plan. I'm trying to move forward. Yeah, the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles. Just not feeling like you're making progress on what it is that you want. So here's the Moon card. Now, the Moon card is interesting, Pisces energy, but it's also the energy of understanding that when we allow our fears to direct our actions, right? Here's the Knight of Swords, okay? When we allow our fears, our subconscious, our ego, if you will, right, to kind of like direct our actions, what happens? We have a Tower. So that is the message here. It's kind of like, I feel like you're allowing the external world to kind of, it's kind of like, understanding. It's kind of like cause and effect, right? It's kind of like you may be exercising, right? But you aren't losing any weight or anything. But it's kind of like, but you're also not allowing there to be enough time for that to occur. It's not that you're on the wrong path. It's just that you may not be allowing yourself to truly believe in the direction that you're going, knowing that this is your right path, right? Going within, understanding that your path is individual to you. You can't allow yourself to fall prey into, well, so-and-so did it that way, and so they lost weight more quickly, or their business grew more quickly, right? Or their finances, grew better than mine. It's allowing yourself to say, my path is my path, and I don't have to follow or compare myself to other people. It's about staying really in tune with what your heart truly desires. Our intuition is our heart. It's not about the head. The head is the ego is constantly making decisions, but it's constantly making decisions based on fear, not on love. There's only fear and love. So if you're making decisions based on what you know is good for you, right, then it's kind of like, okay, when those fears pop up, just allowing yourself to sit, asking for guidance, right, from your spirit guides and angels, asking for that guidance of how to, giving up your fears, giving up your worries to the divine and saying, okay, I'm just going to try to stay on this path. Yeah, it's really kind of interesting, because here's the thing. I think for some of you, you're thinking about going back to an old way. You're thinking about going back to a relationship or a job or a situation, because the new has not come in. Your obstacle is that you have round and round, and you're wanting to move forward, right? But at the same time, all you're doing is repeating. You're either getting ready to repeat, or you are continuing to repeat the same pattern over and over again. It could be a pattern of just a mindset, or it could be, if you're attracting in the same type of romantic relationship or the same type of situations over and over again. It's understanding that you're allowing your ego to drive your decisions instead of listening to your intuition, listening to your guides in this situation. Yeah, you're holding yourself back. Yeah, we have the Three of Swords and the Seven of Swords. You're allowing your disappointments, if you're resonating with this, right? Or you're thinking about going back to something, right? It's allowing your disappointments, your ego is popping up and highlighting the fears that you are feeling at this time, right? Because because you've been disappointed, right? The new has not yet come in. You're in this land in the in between. So it's kind of like, well, maybe I'll just go back. This isn't working out. I've started on this path and it's not working out. Okay, well, it's about asking yourself, right? We have the Emperor and the Queen of Cups. It's the energy of Aries energy, right? Taking control, like controlling things, but it's being softened. You're being asked to soften it by listening to your intuition, by not allowing. The Emperor is very controlling, right? Very much, this is the way, this is the only way. There's only one way. This is, I'm determined to get what I want no matter what. But the problem is that it's also leading you to make decisions based on fear rather than love. And that is what you're being asked to do. It's kind of like, okay, love yourself, love the path that you're on. Don't allow yourself to compare your path to the path of others. Know what is right for you. And just being able to kind of like allow yourself to put yourself in a bubble and not get caught up in what other people are doing or what other people have. Knowing that your path is your own individual path. It's almost like that. And that's why you're in this in between, right? It's so hard for us to leave one chapter and step into another chapter, because every time we start thinking about the old chapter, our energy goes backwards, right? So if you're feeling like you're taking one step forward and two steps back, then asking yourself, okay, are you allowing some of your energy, some of your thinking, right, to go back to what it was? Are you even talking about how terrible the past was? Even just talking about it to someone else or reminding yourself of something that was terrible in the past takes your energy right back there. So it's kind of like when you catch yourself doing that, saying, no, stop. I am allowing my energy to go forward, and allowing yourself to really meditate, to visualize, to get into the feelings of what it is that you want to create instead of focusing on what you don't have. That is very much this energy, and it's very much a burden to you. It's like an anchor. It's keeping you stuck in between the old and the new. So for some of you, if you have left an old situation, but the new has not yet come in, really focusing your energy on what it is that you're trying to bring in, allowing yourself to just really meditate, visualize the feeling that you want as you move forward, and not allowing yourself to even talk about what's happened in the past. It's kind of like, no, I'm done with that. It's done. I'm closing that door, allowing yourself to truly close a door, because I feel like for some of you, you're trying to allow some energy from the past to come in because you have regeneration. This could be a person that is contacting you that you have left behind, that you don't want to reunite with, right? But it's kind of like shutting that down, saying, no, thank you. It's done, right? And allowing yourself to make the decision to move forward. I feel like this is somebody tugging on your heart, right? So it could be a past love. It could be even like an employee, a past employer or something like that, calling you up, trying to get you to go back to an old job. I had that once. I left a teaching job, and at the end of a school year, right? And they called me because there was a teacher that wasn't returning, and they were like, oh, please come back. And until we find somebody, you don't have to come back, forever. Just come back for, a short time. And I did it. And it was terrible. It prevented me from being able to move forward into what it was that I wanted for myself. So I feel like there's something here. Somebody is going to distract you from moving forward. You're allowing this energy. Don't allow this energy because this person or this situation may not have called yet. So it's kind of like, okay, here's the heads up. Somebody's trying to get back into your energy that you have left behind, right? Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. So we have the devil, the Knight of Wands. This is somebody that's playing you, right? Maneuvering you, trying to get you to come back to where you have left, right? And it's hard because I feel like emotionally you're kind of like, well, the new hasn't come in. Well, maybe going backwards is better than having nothing. But it's about allowing yourself to stay focused on where it is that you want to go, knowing that this is sometimes hard. This could be like you may be trying to, if it's a relationship, energy cord cutting, all of that. It's kind of like, it's allowing yourself to say, no, I'm moving forward. I'm allowing myself to walk away from that situation so I can go towards my 9 and 10 of cups, right? I'm no longer going to, I feel like this is somebody that's really trying to get you to put more time and energy into them. And this is only going to distract you. The thing is that sometimes we feel like, well, I don't have anything new going on, right? And so if I allow myself to put a little time and energy into this person, even if I'm just texting with them or, talking to them or something like that, it's okay. No, it's not. It is preventing you, right? It's kind of like, no, you want the sun to come out and shine. You have to allow yourself to say no to that. Yeah, have the strength and the courage to move towards what it is that you want. Don't allow. I feel like this person is just bringing in another tower for you, either emotionally or mentally, right? It's kind of like, no, I've already had that tower. I don't want to repeat that tower. I don't want to repeat something that I've already had to go through. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of interesting because I had something happen the other day and it was, it was trivial. It wasn't major or anything. But I was like, oh my goodness, like I've allowed myself to repeat this same thing. Like, and I say to myself, I'm not doing that again, whatever it is. It's kind of like, no, I'm not doing that again. That's not part of the new me, right? Because that's not part of the new me. And it was kind of like, okay, yes, all right, I'm restarting. and you can say that, right? I'm restarting, starting now. I'm not going to focus on the fact that I fell back into that bad habit. Instead, I'm just going to say, okay, I'm moving forward. I'm making the decision. No more. I'm moving forward. I'm having the courage. It's kind of like if you want to break bad habit, right? It's not easy. It's a behavior. It's ingrained in our brain, right? Your ego is saying, well, wait a minute. We like French fries, right? We like French fries. We like not exercising. We like this person. This person is okay until they're not okay, right? Until they're not okay. It's kind of like, yeah, this is somebody that can come in and, knows how to get under your skin in one way or another, right? Knows how to play you. And you're like, no, I'm shutting that down. If you want to move forward, you have to allow yourself to say no and mean no, right? And I know it's kind of hard because sometimes you can have that really empty feeling. You're in the void. The void is hard because it's kind of like the new hasn't yet come in. It's really hard to stay focused. Wow. Okay, so let's pull a final kind of word here for you. Insight from the universe. It says, you are destined for greatness on the wings of love. Yes. To clarify, the primary roles of love are not to heal, fix, or mend, not to soothe, cure, or ease, not even to refresh, rejuvenate, or restore. Hardly. The primary rules of love are to yahoo, yeehaw, and woohoo, get your love on. Yeah, and I think that this is about you getting your love on for yourself, for what it is that you're wanting. Getting back into your heart space, right? Not over analyzing it, right? Not saying, oh my goodness, it's not coming in yet. It's kind of like, no, I'm allowing myself to get really excited. And that might mean, you know, turn on some music, start that gets you jazzed up. You may have to like allow yourself to motivate yourself, stay inspired, stay really positive. Look on YouTube. There's so many inspirational videos, right? Allowing yourself to stay positive until, you know, you finally cross over into this beautiful new energy. All right, and there's a deeper reason for each of your questions. Seek it. Guidance, attention, help, maybe. Love always. Criticism, never. Yeah, the question was what to give others, if anything at all. Yeah, I feel like, you know, it's kind of like allowing yourself to stay in love with yourself and what it is that you want, but also having a sense of love. It's for the people and the situations that we are wanting to leave behind. Recognizing that they have been a big part of our journey to help us to get to the end of one chapter, even if it ended difficultly, right? It's being grateful for that person or that situation, even though it was painful. Allowing ourselves to stay in the grace of forgiveness, right? But also to understand that having them on our journey has helped us to be more courageous, to go after what it is that our heart truly desires. Yeah, seeing it maybe a little bit from a more spiritual perspective may help you in this situation too, to allow yourself to move forward. Stay in that energy. Yeah, make a vision board. Get really pumped up. I know it's been difficult. These energies right now are, I know I have to do it myself. It's kind of like, sometimes it's like, okay, come on. We're going to do it. We're going to get to the other side, right? And we'll do it together. All right. Well, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching these daily readings. Thank you for all of the comments. Some of you have really put some lovely comments out there about how much you're appreciating these daily readings. I love to see you on a daily basis, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye for now. Have a wonderful day.